Disney's Bedtime Favorites, 101 Dalmatians, Lucky's Busy Afternoon. Perdita and Pongo looked over at their puppies, who were curled up together in a basket. The 2 Dalmatians were going to a neighborhood party with their human pets, Roger and Anita. Pongo was very excited, but Perdita was worried. "We won't be gone long," he promised. "I'm just not sure we should leave the puppies," Perdita replied. "Will Nanny be able to handle them by herself?" Pongo smiled at his little Dalmatians. They were sound asleep. "What could possibly go wrong?" he asked. "The puppies are napping. Besides, Nanny can handle anything." Perdita nodded and followed Pongo outside. "He's right," she told herself firmly. "The puppies will be absolutely fine. They'll probably just sleep all afternoon." Before long, Raleigh's paw hit Pepper's ear and woke him up. Then Patch nudged Lucky. A few minutes later, all the puppies were awake. They yawned and stretched. The smell of fresh summer air made them want to go outside. "Let's get Nanny to take us for a walk," Lucky suggested. "That'd be fun," cried Patch. The puppies found a leash nearby. Then they yipped as loudly as they could and waited for Nanny to come over. When Nanny heard the puppies barking, she went to them right away. "Oh dear," she said as she looked into their big, hopeful eyes. "You look like you want to go outside." The puppies scampered out of the basket eagerly. "I don't think Pongo and Perdita would mind if we went for a walk," she said. Soon Nanny and the Dalmatians were on their way. "Let's go to the playground," Nanny said. "It's the perfect spot for pups to play." When they arrived, Nanny unhooked the puppies' leashes. The Dalmatians began to run around. It was a beautiful day. Patch and Pepper dug a hole in the sandbox. Raleigh found a rope to chew on. Lucky spotted a pretty butterfly and chased it up a slide. The butterfly stopped over a nearby wall, so Lucky jumped toward it. As it flew away again, Lucky barked, "Woof, woof!" His brothers and sisters didn't hear him because they were busy playing. They didn't notice when Lucky jumped down to the other side of the wall. But Lucky didn't land on the ground. He had jumped onto the back of a fire truck. It started speeding down the road. "Whoa! Whoa!" the sirens blared. "Woof, woof!" Lucky barked. "I'm a fire dog!" Soon the truck pulled to a stop. The firefighters got a ladder and set it up next to a big tree. A kitten was stuck in one of the branches. Lucky barked at it to come down, but it didn't understand. Lucky didn't want to make the kitten more nervous, so he jumped off the truck. It was time to return to the playground anyway. On his way back, Lucky saw a little girl with curly red hair pushing a doll carriage. "A puppy!" she exclaimed. She reached down and picked him up. "You can be my new dolly," she said. Then she tied a bonnet to Lucky's head and dropped him into the carriage. "I'm going to keep you forever." "Grrr," Lucky growled. He did not like being a doll. Besides, he had to get back to his family. Suddenly, the little girl spotted something on the ground. "A button!" she cried. She bent down to pick it up. Lucky knew there was no time to lose. He jumped out of the carriage and used his paws to get the bonnet off. Then he ran down the street as fast as he could. At the end of the block, Lucky cocked his ears. He could hear barking. He raced across the street. "Beep, beep!" a horn honked at him. He jumped back and a car went roaring by, right through a mud puddle. Dirty water splashed all over Lucky, but he ran on. When he finally made it to the playground, he was out of breath. Inside the playground, Nanny was trying to count the puppies, but they wouldn't stay in one place. Lucky barked as he scratched eagerly at the gate. "Woof, woof!" Nanny looked up. "Why, hello, little pup," she said to him. "Too bad you can't come with us, but you're not a Dalmatian. You should find your own family. I'm sure they're worried." Lucky was confused, but then he caught sight of his reflection in a nearby puddle. He was covered with dirt. He looked like a Labrador puppy. No wonder Nanny hadn't recognized him. Then he heard some children laughing. He followed the sound and saw them playing in a fountain. That's perfect, Lucky thought. He ran over and jumped in. The children giggled and chased him around. Look, he has spots, one of them said. Lucky knew he must be clean. He got out of the fountain and shook his wet fur. A man sitting on a nearby bench looked over and frowned. Better get out of here, Lucky thought. He ran home as fast as he could. Nanny was outside the house, unhooking his brothers' and sisters' leashes. My goodness, she said as Lucky ran past her and into the house. Where did you come from? Later, when Pongo and Perdita came home, they found Lucky curled up in the sleeping basket. You see, whispered Pongo to Perdita, they're all here. I told you nothing could go wrong. Lucky's even asleep again. He must have had a wonderful afternoon. The end.